Hello and welcome to another exciting, information-packed edition of Volunteers Make It Happen. I'm your host, Rick Tryon. This show is brought to you by the Retired Senior Volunteer Program and the kind folks here at Cable Channel 7. And while we're talking about it, I just wanted to shout out and say thanks to Cindy Seelick for allowing us to use her photography studio here, and the camera's going to show some of the great stuff she does. Some great photography Cindy does. We're at 417 Central, and we're in the Business Incubation Center down here, and Cindy has her studios here, and you can see some of the great work she does. We want to thank her for letting us use this area here to tape some of the great programs you see here on Cable Channel 7. So thanks Cindy Seelick and Seelick Studios for allowing us to have this and get great leather furniture here, or imitation leather anyway, and it all looks really great. So thanks a lot for letting us use this. Volunteers Make It Happen is brought to you by Retired Senior Volunteer Program, which matches volunteers with volunteering opportunities all over the state of Montana, and we're thankful to Audrey and all the great folks down there at Retired Senior Volunteer Program. Today we have another special guest. We did a series of programs last month featuring some of the great young volunteers for the National Civilian Community Corps, which is a part of AmeriCorps. And today we have with us Lucas DeLaporte. Lucas, nice to see you, man.
Nice to see you.
All right, good to see you. Lucas is from Wausau, Wisconsin, is that right?
That's right.
Okay, now how big is Wausau?
It's about 45,000 people, but the entire, with all the other cities, it's around 85,000.
Okay, so it's a little bigger than Great Falls, huh?
Yeah, it's comparable, but bigger. Yeah.
Wausau, now that Wausau, isn't there I'm thinking of Warsaw. I'm thinking of Warsaw, Poland. Wausau, yeah. But isn't that named after a city in Europe somewhere?
Probably a Polish city.
Yeah, I would think so. A lot of
Polish or German, I'm sure.
Yeah. A lot of Polish people and German people in Wisconsin?
50% Polish.
Yeah, so. 50% Polish. My wife's Polish, that's why I think that's pretty cool. Now, Wisconsin, of course, you're in Green Bay Packer territory over there.
Yes.
And a lot of Green Bay Packer fans right here in Great Falls, Montana. You're not going to get a chance to be around here during pro football season, but there's a lot of Green Bay Packer fans here.
Everywhere we've been on our projects, there's always been ample Green Bay Packer fans.
Sure. Packer
hats all over the place.
Yeah.
So I think they're America's team. So.
No, they're not. The Vikings.
Well, definitely not the Vikings.
We had a little discussion about that before we started taping here. Lucas, you are with Red 6, right? Is your team name?
Red 6, yeah. We
interviewed some of your teammates last month, and we're gonna talk to you a little bit about what you're doing for the N trips, right? That's
yes.
What they call it, N trips.
That's what they call us down south.
Yeah, because it's the National Civilian Community Corps. Was I correct when I said it's actually a part of AmeriCorps volunteer program?
Yeah. There's AmeriCorps Vista, there's AmeriCorps State, there's AmeriCorps National, Direct, NCCC. They're all AmeriCorps branches, but they're different in what they do. Like usually, like the Directs or States, they stay in one place. Like maybe they would work with RSVP for the entire 10 months or a year, where NCCC, we travel around the country.
Okay.
And we're for 18 to 24-year-olds.
Right, there's an age stipulation
yes.
there, 18 to 24-year-olds.
Right.
Whereas Vista, even old codgers like me could be a Vista volunteer, right?
Yeah, in Santa Fe, when we were down there, there's a man working there, and he did a lot of the computer stuff, and he was in his 50s or 60s, and he was AmeriCorps as well.
A lot older than I am, 50s and 60s, but
yeah.
you know, that's
clearly by 20 years or so.
Yeah, clearly. I like this guy, man. I might even root for the Packers a little bit this year. Very good. And so, why don't you tell us, Lucas, how it is that you decided to volunteer and get involved with National Civilian Community Corps? What prompted you to do that?
Well, I heard about the program through my brother's friend. He was looking to do other stuff outside of like just getting out of college and then going right into a job. So, you know, we were talking, throwing around like Peace Corps and AmeriCorps he brought up, and I was like, you know, I asked him about that, and he said, oh, you travel around and do different projects. And through my work at school, I had become more socially minded individual. So I was thinking more along the lines of what I can start doing to help those in need, or where I can help, and also to get some good experiences, life experiences. I haven't really left the Midwest, gone down to Missouri a lot and been out to Wyoming, just traveling, but mainly really sticking in Wisconsin. So I needed, I wanted to get more experience with working with different nonprofit organizations. I wanted to travel the country, try, see different cultures, and brought me to AmeriCorps.
You've had the chance to see some different cultures, I'm sure, because I know from talking to some of your team members that you guys were trained in Sacramento, right?
Right.
And so you've been down south and now Montana, so you've kind of gotten the whole New Mexico, so you've gotten the whole gamut. We're going to talk about some of your experiences and what you did in some of your different assignments. But when you mentioned, when you talked about you in school, now, are you talking about in high school or in college?
College.
College, because are you a college graduate?
Yes, I am.
And what did you go to school for?
I went to school for urban and regional studies, was one of my majors. I had a second major called social change and development.
Wow.
And then I had a minor in sociology. So some socially based courses. And
what prompted you to get into that field? What was your major again?
on my degree, it's urban and regional studies.
Urban and regional studies.
So
okay.
city planning type degrees.
Okay.
You have to go on to get your master's in that. And then social change and development. The college I went to, University of Wisconsin Green Bay, they had a sociology major, and I was looking to do that because I had good amount of credits. I was on the right path, so I needed more credits, so I was able to pick up a second major. So I really liked history, I liked politics, I liked culture, and social change and development offered all of that. And just by doing those two majors, I was able to get a minor free of charge.
Good. So for you, it really wasn't a matter of, I'm just trying to, I want to go do this because I don't have any idea what I want to do with my life. You kind of know what you want to do and the direction you're going.
Roughly. I'm winging it. I'm general idea where I'm going to fall within that is, we'll see.
Lots of things, yeah.
Yeah, lots of options on the table.
University of Wisconsin, so that's
University of Wisconsin Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yeah,
okay.
not Madison.
Is that, what's their football? Badgers? Who's that? Who's the Badgers?
The University of Wisconsin Madison is the state college.
Okay.
They're the Badgers.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Then there's the UW system, which incorporates Green Bay, La Crosse, Eau Claire.
Green Bay's a small town too, right?
It's smaller. It's 100,000, 200,000.
A lot bigger than Great Falls is.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about you and your team, Red Team 6. How many people are in your team?
Officially 12, but right now in Great Falls, just 10 of us.
Because there's a couple that are on some super-duper secret special mission, right?
Yes, that's right. They were specially chosen to do Summer of Service, it's called, and in Sacramento they stayed back, and they act as team leaders to teenagers that joined AmeriCorps for the Summer of Service. So they had 3 weeks with a team like we are, and they do different projects throughout Sacramento. So they filled out a different application and got interviewed and were accepted to be like team leaders for these kids.
Okay. So they're not part of the team, but you'll rejoin them back in Sacramento.
Yeah.
When you